Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please take your seats at this time as the program will begin momentarily.
Before delving into ways you can do research in this research methodologies course, let's first look at what we mean by research in the context of this course. What is research? The famous physicist Albert Einstein has often been quoted as saying about research, "If we knew what it was we were doing, it wouldn't be called research, would it?" I personally like this quote, as it embodies what I like about research, delving into the unknown. But it also made me think, did Einstein actually say this? And in what context? This is exactly how research starts, with a question. So what did I find out? My first step was to Google the quote, which gave me tons of hits attributing the quote to Einstein. But is that enough of an answer, of evidence that Einstein actually said this? If he says this, certainly there must be a record of him saying this, a recording of a speech, a transcript, a newspaper article, or a witness account with a time and a place. Searching further, no such records seem to exist. Moreover, I found several other researchers who also tried to verify this quote, who ran into the same problem. So for now, my answer to the question on whether the quote can be attributed to Einstein is no. I cannot find an original reliable source confirming the quote, so I'm not comfortable drawing the conclusion that the quote is his. My second answer summarizes the scientific research approach, the search for answers to questions based on verifiable sources and theorems, on observations and analysis of such observations, from which conclusions can be drawn that answer the question posed. Answering a question scientifically can be likened to a cog mechanism. All cogs must be lined up appropriately in order for a verifiable answer to come out. So what would be an appropriate definition of research? If we look at the definition given in dictionaries, we can already see that many different definitions exist. If you look at the different definitions here, you can see that they differ in depth and detail. The Merriam-Webster dictionary lists three meanings. The first, careful and diligent search. The second, studious inquiry or examination. And the third, the collection of information about a particular subject. The Oxford Dictionary gives a much more detailed definition, the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. Each of these definitions can be true, but it depends on context in which the word research is used. This is why it's important that we set a definition in this course on what we mean by research. To that end, we will use a practical definition as given by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD. Research is the creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge, including the knowledge of humans, culture and society, and the use of this stock of knowledge to devise new applications. In summary, when we carry out research in the context of this course, we do so to create new knowledge and applications.